How's it? Today is Monday, October 9th. Yo, it's real. Today I missed my first snatch in this new program for sure, but it's been a long time, I believe, since the last time I missed a snatch. It doesn't feel good to reflect on the misses and stuff like that, but it does put into perspective how good training has been lately for me not to have missed in this long. This is the fourth week of Steve's volume stuff. So just basically a ton of triples on snatch, a ton of triples on clean with one jerk. And so today is no different. Going to four sets of three at 85 and then one set of three at 90. I am not super sure if this 90 triple snatch, like full snatch, is a PR or not. I don't think it is. I think my best triple full snatch is like 98 or something like that. Closer to 100. I used to do a lot more full snatches as far as volume goes than cleans relatively. And so today was just hard. I woke up this morning with my left ankle. There was an issue with my left ankle. I don't know why it felt like this, but when I tried to get out of bed and stand on it, I really couldn't support my own weight, and it was really worrying me. I couldn't walk, and then like I guess it was like plantar flex for the whole night when I slept. So then when I woke up, it was just in a very stretched out position. Here's my first set here at 85. So going back to my ankle, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to lift today. That's how bad it was. And like for reference, I don't usually skip days, no matter how bad I'm feeling. Like there are very rarely situations where if my body's hurting, I will skip. Sometimes I'll skip if I'm sick, but sometimes I don't skip when I'm sick. I don't know. Um, if you look at this first set, right? I'm struggling on this first set here, and it just gets worse with every single set. I want to say that my first reps on most of these sets is really solid, including my set at 90. And spoiler alert, I go for a second attempt of three at 90, so I end up doing two sets at 90. Um, One unsuccessfully, of course. But there are a couple of these lifts were actually really good. I am doing my best to think about all those things that I've always been thinking about, kind of keeping my arms as long as I can, and then extending with my legs rather than my hips. One thing I think that is helping me a little bit is keeping my wrists lifted. I used to say this a lot: lift with your wrists, or like lift like Lasha. So that kind of means to curl your wrist down as your starting position. That to me gives you a little bit more time to rotate around the snatch itself. Oh yeah, I was kind of annoyed with this. They don't know better, but it's like just they see my camera, and like this gym is very small. Like so, I'm not. It's not a commercial gym at all. You know, I'm not trying to be intrusive of stuff, but like when other people are filming, and it happens all the time, I always step out of the way, and I see it, and I get out of their line of sight and everything, and then they didn't do that today, and I was really annoyed. There's one rep that I didn't even take the set because they were like kind of walking around in front of me. It's like really distracting. It's not. I don't think that I should be complaining like that because like it happens like that at meets, but I was just my super heavy set, and I was like, oh dude, this is not good. So then I stopped, and then I want to say that it might be the reason that I missed my lift, but I'm not gonna blame that on that. Like 90 is heavy in its own right, of course. This is my last set at 85. That's pretty good. And then 90 here. I think one thing that I kind of underestimated about all this volume is how much it would hurt my hands. I think that With the first rep, it's okay, but after the second rep, kind of re-gripping on the bar, it's it hurts my hands. I don't think I'm gonna ever have like blisters or whatnot, or rip my hand like some people have in the past. Like I've seen that happen a lot. I've never had that happen to me before. I did cut the tip of my thumb off, but that's not a weightlifting related issue. So I don't know what it feels like to rip my hand on like weightlifting, like with the hook grip and stuff like that. Here's my miss. I was so upset. I was so upset. And then I took a little breather, found a better song, and then reattempted for my actual triple. And I do make it, but it was challenging for sure. I think looking at the past and like what I've done in the past for snatches like this, there's no way I would have ever come close to this amount of volume ever. So from a volume standpoint, this is a volume PR, like 100% certainty. This is because I don't do triples like this, and if I do triples, it's probably like 3 triples, not 5 or 5.5 for today. That's my last rep right there. And I'm happy, but I'm also like really frustrated that it took me a second try to do that. Afterwards, I took a little break because I was so exhausted, like mentally and physically. So then I moved into my floating snatch pulls here. These are still easy. I guess my goal is for these, mentioned it before, is to just push my legs, essentially make my knees straight, extend my knees, and then if the bar gets high, then that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay, because I'm not trying to push my hips. You can see here that the bar does move. Like once it gets to my hip, the bar does move up, and that is 100% due to me pushing with my legs. Like I'm not pushing my hips up or forward at all. Some people get that confused when they're first starting out, and I think that is one of the fundamental things that makes a good lifter good. After that, I moved into my front squats. These are hard. 3 sets of 5 at 120. Last week I did 115 for 3 sets of 5. I don't remember if it was hard last week or not, but I imagine it was, because this first set, watch this. My heels come off of the ground on I think the 4th rep or maybe the 5th rep. And if that's happening, that means I'm getting pulled forward and I'm not able to really, it's already happening. Yeah, so it's on the 4th rep, my heels come up, and then the 5th rep, of course. And, that's just the first set. So I got 2 more of those little shits. First rep on these sets kind of flies, and then the rest just get way harder. I mean, as expected, right? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 125 next week for 3 sets of 5. I'll be honest, that seems very optimistic. We'll see. Maybe I'll feel stronger next week. I don't know. But yeah, this was a challenge for sure. It feels weird because I don't do 5s on front squat. I mean, of course I'm doing them now, but prior to this, I don't know if where I'm at for the front squat is good or not. It would be great to front squat 140 for 5, but I don't think I can do that. that is definitely overshooting. Finish off today with just 1 set of pull-ups and then 1 set of GHD sit-ups. I think that if I'm gonna continue this volume stuff next week, I'm probably gonna not have to do accessories. I feel absolutely destroyed. Like the weights are not that heavy, like relative to my personal best and stuff, but I feel like I just got ran over today. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Wednesday. I'm also probably equally, if not more, nervous for Wednesday. But we'll see what happens. I think I'll do okay. But yeah, thank you for watching. That's it for today. Shoots.